What's going on, guys? It is Goalazio here. Welcome back to another FIFA 20 career mode tutorial. Guys, today I am going to be giving you some advice on actually how to work around the unwilling to relocate issue, which a lot of you, if you are doing a road to glory and you're in League 2, for example, this is going to be really frustrating for you. So I'm going to be bringing you some tips to actually bypass that, the type of leagues that you really need to look into when actually signing a player, and also how the issue actually occurs. But guys, before we get on into this, make sure you hit that like button, of course. Don't forget to share it with your friends, of course. Subscribe. We got plenty more FIFA 20 career mode tutorials and the Newport Season 2 starting very soon. Let's get on into it. Right, guys, so some of you may be wondering what on earth is this unwilling to relocate. If you haven't done a road to glory yet, you probably wouldn't experience this, but you might be in that predicament right now. So unwilling to relocate is usually when you're in the lowest leagues and you're not an established team in an established league. A player is unlikely wanting to join you. A prime example, a player in the Premier League won't want to join a side in the League 2. This goes for like a couple more leagues as well, like your Bundesliga, MLS, you've got your Liga Santander, all the prestigious leagues in the world, usually your Premier type leagues, even though, for example, like let's just say A-League, for example, it's not the most prestigious league in the world, but it is the Premier type league in their country, so they might be unwilling to actually relocate. But once you get promoted, you don't experience this. You can sign any player from any league. So that's a bit of a prime example for you. So take that into consideration. Hold out for some of the better players and get them on a pre-contract. So that's a little tip for number one to actually overcome it. If you are looking to sign players, consider signing them in January on a pre-contract for the upcoming season. Because one thing I've actually done, I've signed 3 or 4 players in January whose contracts were up, but usually would be unwilling to actually relocate. So take that in consideration, save your budget and actually spend it in January. Right, guys, another way to actually overcome this is that you can't actually sign players with a release clause, right? This is usually the bad way to actually do it. If you needed to sign players really quickly, fair enough, do it. But there are some players who are valued 200 grand, but their release clause is 600, so you have to try and pay that triple amount to actually bring them in. So that is one way to actually get around it, is by actually going, right, you know what, I'll pay their release clause. So look at any player that you want, and if they have a release clause, you can actually sign them to your side. Right, guys, of course, I wanted to share with you some of the leagues which you can actually sign a player from when you are experiencing this unwilling to relocate situation. Just so you know, this goes by with loan players as well. You can't really bypass it, but here is one for you. Also, you can sign the same players in the league that you are in, so any team from there. You can sign players from League 1 if you are in the English league, so take that in consideration. Championship, you're not going to be able to, and Premier League is definitely a no-go until you get the League 1. French Liga 2 is another one as well that you can actually sign players from. Also, Bundesliga 3 with some really good hidden gems you can actually check out as well. Unfortunately, Serie A is a no-go, but Serie B, some players on the lower end teams is somewhere you can actually sign. You have to ignore the Eredivisie, the Norwegian League, the Polish League, the Portuguese League. You got to ignore the Russian League, the Scottish Premier League. You have to ignore, and unfortunately, a lot of the other ones, including the MLS, Argentinian League, you have to ignore quite a lot. But I have had a bit of experience actually signing a lot of players from a release clause from the MLS. You're not going to be able to sign them for cheap. But you'll be able to sign for their release clause. So take that into consideration. I've noticed a lot of MLS players have a low value on their actual buyout clauses. So take that into consideration when you're actually looking, like I just mentioned. So you are very limited to your actual league, and it's really frustrating. But anyway, guys, that was a straight to the point tutorial, right? You know what? I wanted to bring that to you, explain to you how on earth this unwilling relocate affects your game and how you can actually bypass it. One of the biggest tips, like I mentioned earlier on in the video, is to really consider saving your money for the first 6 months and sign people on a pre-contract. There's several first season pre-contract players you can actually sign for Road to Glory, which are perfect, low wage, and don't really have a big bonus, which is brilliant. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, guys. Have you actually experienced this in League 2, or if you are a less established team, in all fairness, in career mode? It's really frustrating, to be honest, especially when you are signing the really low-rated players. It kind of, like, for example, there's a lot of players in the Premier League which naturally would go to League 2 to go on loan. But unfortunately, you're not in that situation to actually do that. But you can loan in a couple of players from the Championship and League 1 in our first season. But to be honest, it isn't really going to happen. But really take consideration of some of the tips I've just given you. But anyway, guys, my name is Goalazio. I want to say thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy this video and it has helped you to think, you know what, I know where to look now, be sure to hit that like and share button. Of course, if you want to see more from me, hit that subscribe button. It means so much and it supports the channel loads. But anyway, guys, my name is Goalazio, and guess what? I'll see you next time. Bye-bye, guys. Catch up now into all the latest episodes into the Newport County Career Mode Season 1. The drama, the anticipation unfolded throughout the full season, and you can catch up on all those episodes in the description right now with the playlist link. And of course, the drama unfolded as Newport County worked their way up the table, aiming for promotion to League 1. But did it happen? Catch up now with the link in the description.